And the way that you persuaded people was, I mean, basically, I mean, you've talked about bringing them together.
Yeah.
But was it also talking to them individually?
Yes, I'm not that keen on that.
Mm-hmm.
I've been. That I think is most people's strategy. For example, about difficult meetings, is to go and have lunch with each of the awkward customers, and try to get them on side one by one, so that when it comes to the meeting, you'll get your way.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not my way. I mean, I don't have time. I mean, look, I only learned how to work when I became a mother, because I could only then work from 9:30 to 5. And believe me, when you can only work from 9:30 to 5, you know how to work.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I learned to work. And I don't like working in the evenings. I never have. And so, what was I saying? No, I don't want to waste my time, getting them all like that. So that's not how I did it.
Yeah.
No. How do I do it? Well, I spend quite a lot of time thinking about the pros and cons of things, okay? I also I'm very good at making decisions, but I don't make them off the cuff.
Mm-hmm.
I spend quite a lot of time what I call in gestation of things. And so I'd rather go to a meeting and it be quite difficult, because people will be arguing among themselves, but then hopefully at the end of the meeting you might say, well, I think that we should, on the basis of what I've heard, do this. And everybody will have heard everybody's arguments. When you take them all out to lunch, they don't hear all the arguments. So that's how I try to do it. And also, not coming up with a solution, I think, is very good. Getting groups of people to come up with together a set of goals. Then they can't say they don't believe in them. If it's just yours, it doesn't work. So you can work with people so that you come up with a set of goals and work out which are the ones that are most important. That usually emerges. And then another technique I use all the time, which I try to tell people in schools and universities to do, is set a group of people the task of finding the solution, because actually they've got better ideas than you have, and they usually know how the works go better than you do, and they usually come up with a good way to go forward. So that's how I do it on the whole. Sometimes you have to put your foot down, but if people can own the solution, it's not to say, however, that I had a terrible time. Well, we haven't got to when I became the national statistician, have we?
No.
But anyway, this job I really learned. I think I really got them going on this.
Mm-hmm.
I spent a huge amount of time with junior staff. I used to go round a lot and just land up and go round and talk to the people actually doing the work. And I learned a lot that way. And then you really learn what's not working. But a lot of our technological steps forward were all invented or thought of by people on the ground. They know at the end of the day how inefficient things they're doing are. They're the people who really know that what a waste of time it is licking all these envelopes,
Yeah.
So if you let them do it, it works, in my experience. Takes time sometimes.